sex, life, and tech. If you're 21 or 101, we love them all. Welcome to Age Blind with NANCYAF.
Hey there, it's Nancy AF of Age Blind, and I'm back from summer break. I recorded all my summer episodes back in the spring because I had auditioned for The Golden Bachelor and I thought I might be sequestered in the mansion all summer. But I didn't get the proverbial rose, so I ended up having some free time in July and August. I made the most of it by visiting my family, I went to the fancy food show, and I moved to a new apartment. First, a little bit about my new apartment. It's where an old spooky mall used to be. Did you know that in the 1980s, there were about 2,500 malls, and now we only have about 700? And spooky old abandoned malls have always given me the creeps. I remember that zombie picture that took place in a shopping mall, and I always think about that when I'm in a mall that's going out of business. But I do seem to be drawn to apartment complexes in shopping malls. I live above a Whole Foods and a Sephora, and I can walk to restaurants, a library, a Costco, and a Sprouts. So it's like a dream come true for a girl from Queens. And it's actually a great lifestyle if you don't want to have to drive everywhere, because everything you need is literally in your backyard. But enough about my new apartment. Back to my main topic, which is back to school season. Some of you might have school-age kids or grandkids, and you've been busy getting them ready with their backpack, their school shopping, their lunch bag, their electronics, maybe even moving them into a dorm, which is a new thing. When I went to college, I was just dropped off at the airport with a trunk and my suitcases, and I had to find my own way. Nobody made my bed, but we're living in a very different era. Just a fun fact about back to school season. Americans spend over $125 billion a year on back-to-school shopping. That comes out to about $600 per child. So think very carefully before you procreate. But let's talk about us as adults. A lot of us fall into mini depressions at the end of summer. And we just recorded an episode with a therapist who talks about how to overcome this post-summer slump. So I suggest you all listen to that. But I really want to focus on all the good things about the return to school season as an adult. So it's time to spend time and maybe even some money on yourself, on your personal life, and your business growth, whether or not you even have kids. So to that end, I'm also going to be launching my first online course this month. It's all about the things you could do in September or any time of the year to change up your life. It's called Be the Valedictorian of Your Life. And the course itself will cost less than a new pair of sneakers or a smartphone, and hopefully the impact will be a lot bigger. And because it's an online course, you could drink and smoke while you're listening to it, no judgment, and I'm not going to give you detention. When I was in my school years, I wanted to be a teacher or a nurse, and now by launching online courses, I kind of get to be both. In the course, you'll learn how to tap into some of your passions and your lessons from grade school, so how you can become the best possible version of yourself, whether you're 21 or 101, as many of us will live to be. If you're young, you'll come away with clearer goals and important life lessons, and if you're closer to my age, you'll learn how to become and remain a badass, living prosperously and fearlessly, whatever prosperity may mean to you. And as a teacher, like not a real teacher, but as a coach, professional speaker, educator, podcast, I've been told by some people that I'm cool, funny, and inspiring, and they don't give too much homework. So that's my shameless plug about my upcoming course. You can sign up for it on Substack. So what else is new for me this fall as Nancy AF? My podcasts are going to be 20 minutes long max because attention spans are shrinking. So why do you want to listen to me talk for an hour? And if you'd like to be a guest, join me in one of my Saltbox episodes that stands for Sex, Life, and Tech, and there's 6-person conversations around a theme. Just email me at nancyashenker@gmail.com with the subject line guest and tell me why you'd like to be on my podcast. The other thing I'm doing is this summer, I turned my Substack series into 5 things that I'm thinking about every week and some key facts about one of those things. So hopefully you'll get a kick out of that. And my weekly videos include something called the Sexicon, where I define dating and sex terms. Always popular. It's like sex ed for adults. And I'm going to be continuing that series. So follow me on Instagram, NANCYAF_, and you'll automatically get that content. Something I learned this summer is that you really like watching my recaps of trade shows. I went to the bar show earlier this year, the fancy food show, and in the fall I'm going to go to more conferences and trade shows and share new products and services. And I plan to get back on the speaking circuit. So if you need a motivational and inspirational speaker for your event and somebody who knows their stuff about resilience, longevity, and of course, sex, life, and tech, including AI, just go to nancyaf.com and fill out the form. So in closing, I will sadly not be on The Golden Bachelor this September, but I am still looking for that final rose. So if you happen to be listening or watching and you're smart, funny, hot, single, and you like to travel, just slide into my DMs, as they say. Last but not least, please keep on listening to Age Blind. We have a great lineup of shows in September, October, November, December, and hopefully ongoing. You can watch on YouTube, you can listen on Spotify, on Apple, wherever you happen to get your content. And above all, be age blind. Stop categorizing people, whether they're boomers or Gen Z or Gen Alpha. Do not let the date on your birth certificate define you. And remember, sign up for my first class on Substack, because many of us will live to be 100 and still have the souls of little kids, and you can always learn a thing or two. So thanks for listening. See you soon. Peace out.